Aloha, my name is William Kaholoa'a. I was born and raised in Waipi'o Valley. I was 1 month old when a 1946 tsunami hit Waipi'o Valley. What is our vision for Waipi'o in the future? Where are we at now, and where do we really want to be as farmers, mahi'ais, yeah, as people that were born and raised in Waipi'o and are still continuing to grow taro. And taro was the main staple for the Hawaiians way back. And Waipi'o were the biggest taro farmers, produced the most taros in the state of Hawaii. We're trying to gather all the farmers together and come up and ask them for their vision of what they want Waipi'o to become later on. Because we're all getting old at this point, there'll be younger ones to take over. And if there is, and if there aren't any, then we need to come together and see how we can find a solution to get younger generation to continue to perpetuate taro farming, to preserve the culture and also to protect and preserve Waipi'o Valley.
Maka, kumaka kaige na aohi lave, kubapalo hi mai au maukele. Kumaka kaige na aohi lave, kubapalo hi mai au maukele. We the family seek our parents' land as deep into the past we go. Young as we are, time has set a plan in working hand in hand to see the love grow. In the valley, proudly we stand here with the land. Morning comes and we prepare to ride the wind till we are there. We ride the valley wall, descending to the shore, crossing without bridges, the rivers take us there. Then into view the foundation seem worn, but pride fills us all, and we care. Ooh, in the valley, proudly we stand here with the land. walk the land of those who lay. With the love we stop to pray. Kupumnas who have lived there, they seem to fill the air as we work, sing and play to Hawaiian music, doing what we can to improve this piece of land and finding pono ways to use it. Ooh, in the valley, proudly we stand, here with the land. Bless the man in his chair. Papa, wish you were here. Time passed by, come we go to the land of the old. Haina ia mai, ana kapuana, kumakakai kenai, ohilave, ohilave, ohilave. Well, it's times when we leave, looking down from above, that we can see the peace and the beauty. Waipi'o lives in each of our hearts until we're back again in the valley. In the valley, proudly we stand, here with the land. Wow.
I'm the park interpretive technician for Waipi'o Valley. Our job is to educate people about the valley, questions regarding Waipi'o Valley. My family, we always had Taro. I'm a fourth generation Taro farmer of Waipi'o. My great grandparents and they were all born and raised Waipi'o Valley. People come from all over the world, and you look at the view here. You never see this nowhere in the world. I see their excitement in the valley, but yet I mean we all get excited. Even my grandkids get excited, but we always gotta stop, take a step back, and think like, okay, let's get proper information. You know what I mean? It's not like the the way it's not like it's not a park. Yeah, this is sacred valley, say very sacred valley, and even for us growing up, doesn't mean that because we're from here that we can we'll take advantage of that will act the way we want. No, we still have protocol and procedures that we have to go through. we're told that rock, when they started to make the road, uh, they needed to get the rock out of the way, so they pushed it over actually, and then they say when they came back, the rock was there. A few times when they tried to, I mean, the attempts to move, maybe the machines would break, or sometimes that's why there's scrape marks, on top. It's it also that the rock used to help heal.
Okay. Now I'm going to demonstrate about this stone. This stone in the olden days is very powerful. Once I had a bad toothache, I cannot stand. My grandfather came from my manu, so I came this side. I just put my mouth like, see, like this. Mm, yeah. But before the sun comes, Ku and Hina come to the party. My grandfather called my name, Makaila, till you came. So my teeth, my toothache was cured.
Doing what we can to improve this piece of land and finding porno ways to use it.
Usually when we come down on the weekends, we harvest for my uncle. They're poi processing. We harvest mostly for them, and sometimes we'll have other orders, but uh, that's majority of what we do. And then if we have time, then we do it. Whatever else needs to be done. So yard maintenance, river maintenance, um, any new projects that we're trying to do, like opening more land, or yeah, basically anything that needs to be done, we try to get done.
I would actually like to reach out to my great grandfather, Sam Leah, my tutu. I would like to actually dedicate this little story to him, Sam Leah Kala'inaina. And in 1995 was the worst year ever in my life. I actually thought the world was going to end. I mean, just everything happened to me, and I hear this inner calling, Leah, Leah. I think you should come back home to Waipi'o. And that's when I made my first move down here. And when I came down here back in 1995, this is a complete jungle. The first place that I went to was my family's cemetery, located on the other side of this wall. Hands and knees, I bent down, pulling the weeds, clearing the cemetery, asking my tutus, my ancestors, to accept me and just comfort me throughout this journey. My vision is to actually restore our past. I'm restoring all these old ancient terraces that was here 1,000 years ago. Who knows? And everything you see here, done by hand, no machines. As I speak, up on top, water is being controlled. Okay? Water being taken to all these new developments that's happening. When I was a little boy, the the river crossing by the ocean, had so much water. Yeah? So right now, I mean, the farmers need to stop bickering amongst each other, come together, and fight up on top. Because if we don't come together and fight, we're not going to have water in Waipi'o. We have no water, no farming. No water, no Waipi'o. When tourists come to Hawaii, they think they can do whatever they want to do, but they are wrong. They need to respect the landowners, need to respect our signs. About 4 years ago, I held an event with the Royal Order of Kamehameha. This is a palaoa, a whale's tooth. And when he gave this to me, I couldn't hold back the tears. Back in the old days, this here was only worn, but the elites were the high chiefs. So for me to have extra receipts looking like this was a very, very special date.
My name is Irving Kawashima. I was born in Honoka'a, the Big Island. Graduated from Honoka'a High School. My grandfather came from Japan on a contract, sugar plantation labor contract for a couple of years, I think. And after that, he came to Waipi'o. raised Taro, married 2 Hawaiian ladies. The first one passed away, married another one. And he used to dance hula, I guess, you know, and spoke Hawaiian and made okolehau. But yeah, that's what my father, you know, he tells stories about him. And my dad was a taro farmer, so we came down with him when we were little. We we would come and pull grass in the patches, and we'd be real lazy, you know. We'd kind of like hide, you know. And then our dad would say, "Okay, you guys go swim. Go to the river and swim." Oh, we just come alive, man. Just take off to the river. And we pushing each other, you know, tripping each other, trying to get to the river first. But those were the fun days. And we were like, you know, 10, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I remember when I was 12 years old, pulling grass, all muddy. And I said, boy, I really like this life. When I was 12 years old, I go, oh, I really enjoy this, you know? And I made it a point to come back. Went, you know, to the mainland to go to school and worked on the mainland. And I says, okay, I'm gonna get my retirement. And when I'm done, I'm coming back to Waipi'o and just raise taro. It's a personal thing, you know. I I like doing this, and I like Waipi'o Valley, and it's just so nice to be working in Waipi'o Valley raising taro. If I was had a taro patch up on top, I would not like it because the just Waipi'o Valley is a special. It relaxes you. It just it you get more uh, mana, they call them. You know, you get power. You know, I would spend Saturdays and Sundays all by myself, not see anybody, and then go back to work for the state in Monday. Oh, I just feel a better person, much better. Full time, I would say maybe 25 plus years. Yeah. Oh, before that, I was just playing around, you know, fishing, swimming, you know. But seriously, about 25 plus years, and I was, you know, working right next to my dad and my uncle, and I just learned you know, followed what they did and just copied them. Tourism is brings a lot of money into the state, but down here, to preserve the culture and the beauty of the valley, you gotta knock back the number of visitors coming down. I have 1 boy, 1 girl, and 4 grandchildren, and they live on the mainland, and they love to come down to Waipi'o. Well, they love Waipi'o. So, you know, it's probably gonna go to them. Yeah, Kawashima Farms.
Well, we're very, very, very fortunate to be in Waipi'o and to learn from Waipi'o Kupuna. My name is Jim Kane. And
My name's Gretchen.
this is the taro that we're going to cook for the week. It's a 12 bag, so it's about 1,000 pounds of taro. Every week when we make poi, we stop and we pule and we thank those who had come before us, and especially the people who reached out and taught us. And so it's been a real blessing, and especially, like I say, to raise our children with that respect for the taro, and respect for Waipi'o's past. You know, because the history is so long, centuries. You know, we work real hard, but we play real hard too, and have fun with it. Now we have 3 grandchildren, and my daughter and her family are making plans to move back down. They've already opened and are harvesting a couple of taro patches. So we're real happy that they made that decision to keep going. And they were here way before us. These horses, you know, when the farmers used to use horses and mules, and these are the descendants. Been here a long time, and this is their home. In fact, fact, the first time Gretchen met Grandma Ruth, she lived backside of a laundromat in Hilo, and Gretchen had happened to go there to wash clothes. We had never met Grandma Ruth before, and the clothes were in the washing machine, and she took a little walk around the corner.
Something kept telling me, just walk over there. I'm like, why should I walk over there? Like, and so I did. And I saw her in her little garden, dryland taro patch.
It is a way I trod my leaf, I trod my leaf, I trod my leaf. This is the way I cut my leaf so early in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, I go in the field. Sometimes 6 o'clock, I go. Before the sun strikes, 11:30, I'm in my house. I don't eat breakfast in the morning because I'm so anxious to work. See all these fields here behind here, up there, here, and then way by the gate, I do the work. 11:30, I come back because the old lady like do the TV, the stories, the guiding light and what.
She's like, let me see your hands. And I showed her my hands, and she was like, oh, and she touched him. Oh, poor thing.
The variety I'm planting right now is called ele ele. Ele ele is a relatively newer plant. We have a lot of people planting ele ele now. The ele ele, is a good taro. It makes a nice, a nice color poi. Everybody likes poi. Everybody likes dark poi. Everybody likes, buying the poi fresh. But a lot of the Hawaiians like eating the poi sour. Yeah, and it's kind of typical. I mean, my girlfriend, she prefers fresh. I like sour. And most Hawaiians, they like sour poi. Taro farming is about farming the taro and also cutting the grass. So cutting grass is a weekly thing here. I mean, if you don't keep the grass down, next thing you know, it's going to be like this all the way around the patch. I'm like, what, maybe fourth generation, of taro farmer in the family. My dad was half Hawaiian. I'm quarter Hawaiian. My great grandfather was full Hawaiian. So it, our race is diminishing. That's just the way it is. I don't see anything wrong with that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm Hawaiian 100% in my heart. I'm already 65. I'm not as fast as doing it, as I used to be, but the way I look at it is I continue to do it, and you know, I feel doing this also keeps me, active physically, you know, because I got friends that the same age, and they're all, why you do that? I mean, because for them, they don't see the logic of why you work hard to to do something like this when there's really no financial gain to it. Yeah. I remember back then, after you pull taro, we go up and we eat lunch, you know, was the cow tin in the denim sack. Yeah, Uncle Yama would know this. Yeah. So, four of us. I probably the youngest, and probably the smallest, but I probably eat more than all of them put together. And and the thing about it, because I came from Honolulu, I wasn't used to the physical labor. So I would work, I would eat, I get tired, fall asleep. I wake up about 1 hour later, everybody back in the taro patch. So, that was, what I recall growing up in Waipi'o. I got two kids. My daughter is a graphic artist in Honolulu. My son drive truck over in Hilo. So, I think for my daughter, maybe at some point in time she'll come back. My son, I don't know. I mean, if he'll want to do this. I mean, I remember when I was growing up, I didn't want to do this. I mean, it's the kind of thing that when you grow up, oh Christ, pull taro. I came back work with my grandfather pulling taro. When we used to live in Honolulu, come back for the whole summer. I was thinking, oh boy, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna buy this, that. The end of the summer, he gives me my paycheck. Oh, jeez, this is it. but the thing about it is, you start to get a value for money. Back when my dad was living in Waipi'o, Uncle Yama and all of his ohana lived, down at the beach, and and I remember my dad saying that, oh yeah, Auntie Ruth had plenty kids, and so. But my dad, being much older than all of the kids, he took to uh, a responsibility to help, care for the family. We have deep roots, not only our family, Uncle Yama, Kaholoa'a, big family. And you know, it's all of this ohana in Waipio that, that continue to perpetuate the taro farming. I'm a Hilo guy that wants to continue to farm in Waipio Valley.
Simple things like this, when touch one man like me, going with all political meetings and all kinds of stuff and all that. And I look on book like this, I broke down because there's everything right here that one little kid is reading about. And it touched my heart. So like when light on fire again in my heart.
How I can explain how my keiki are when we go down there. It's like a dog being cooped up in a house for so long. As soon as you let them out of the house, they go crazy, and that's exactly like how my keiki is. As soon as we get down there and we open up the truck doors, they're out. They're exploring everything, and they're in the water. They're grabbing their spears to spear the prawns. They're in the mud. I mean, they're picking flowers. They're building things out of sticks and just having a good time. And that's what childhood is all about. It's about living like that.
Guide them in love and peace. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We carry so much stuff in our lives, that the wars in our lives and all that. That it's time for let go all that, so we can thrive with Koloa again.
As soon as I hit the pavement on the pali, I just take a deep breath and I smell the valley, and I just instantaneously feel at home. It's just a place. It's just the peace that it brings to your soul. For me, it just brings your soul a sense of peace.
And you call that the mana of Waipi'u is we created the mana, and just bringing the people and the family together is that's the whole idea. Bring the mana back and make it stronger.
The air is clean, the earth is clean, and the water is clean. They all want to come here, so it's hard for us to control them. We hurt, but we cannot do anything. But I guess America, just came and buy out Hawaii and turn it into a destination where we, the people of the whole state, are hurting right now. Just to see the overpopulation. As I'm gonna say this really simple. As our community, the old people pass away, who we see come here, the front people from the mainland buying out our land. It's a hurtful thing. It's really hurtful. It's sad, but we gotta take control. If not, it's gone. The kids cannot live here. They're all moving to the mainland because why? We cannot afford it. So that's why I work hard to preserve my own house. The process of the taro, certain varieties go 12 months, 14 months, 16 months. I raise api'i and I raise moe because they rather have the colder water up in the back of the valley. It's colder. And the sun is limited because the pali is high. So I plant the huli, let it sit for, like I said, 14, 16. Moe goes for 14, 16 months, and I harvest. The old style was you plant the way the sun goes. Because you plant this way, the sun goes right through all the cracks. You try not to go this way, it blocks the shade. You plant 4 to 5 months later, you slow down the water. And the reason why you slow down the water, the babies should be popping, because sometimes the water keeps the baby from sprouting. So if you drop the water, the babies come out, and you put water again, and the babies would be like over the water like this, and the babies would sprout faster. And then you keep, you know, I like to play with it. Dry it, put water. Dry it, put water. And to how you can say it is like you gotta let the plant um look for water. So when you give them water, they're so happy they grow again. Grandma Ruth, yeah, we were born and raised with her. She was the most feistiest person, and she was so active in her 80s. She used to go make OPE, and we used to be the young generation. We did everything afternoon. We used to go drink, make poo-poos, and she'll come back with a bag and yelling at us. You guys are stupid kids. You guys all say, Eno. And she's the one hustling for OPE. Yeah, she was really, really lively. She used to scold us all the time. You guys wasting you guys' time on it. Eno over there. Come on, get over here. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Yeah, we knew her, Grandma Ruth.
I feel bad about Waipi'o losing our title of being the largest place, the most production of farm. I feel bad about our species of a PE variety gone because of people not doing protocol, like bringing in huli to Waipi'o. That's what wiped out our PE huli. They brought in all these seeds. Oh, bright ideas. We get huli, we get good taro. Wrong, ruin our. We had the best variety in the whole state of Hawaii. Our PE taro. We're the most productive. It was tried and tested. But these guys with bright ideas think they know better. Not doing protocol, bringing in huli, wiped out our whole valley. My father teach me when you want taro seedlings, you would have to go to the guy's person's farm with them to harvest their seeds, and then you can get the seed. Nowadays, they harvest the seed, put them on the side, or they drop them off there. That's wrong protocol, because there's another reason why they made it that way. The reason was for you and that farmer to get together and have time together to communicate, because we always farming, always busy, always on your own. But if you have that time to go get seed for, hey, you guys talking started, you guys communicating, you guys probably gaining ground on some insight on something that's future coming up. We needed that, and we lost that. All these little things that we was taught to do, we lose all those things, and those hidden meanings of why we did them, we never know. But there's all reasons why. Protocol was important. I mean, I'd like to see some of the protocol come back to Waipi'o, old style of how you do things the right way. And you start off at that base, and I think we can build something off that. Because nobody gonna live forever. I'm halfway gone already. I was a kid when I started, when I was a small kid with my father. I remember. And this was yesterday. Now I already almost to the kupuna status. Mana. We get plenty of spiritual energy because of the work we do, and because of the land. The nature is what gives us all of this insight and grounding.
I wish my husband was still here. He had so much stories about Waipi'o, my husband. Oh, because he was born and raised here. All his life he had raised Taro, you know. But he had an outside job, yeah. So he really worked hard, my husband. He was such a hardworking man. He was strict on the children, though. He and I always used to go in the river and take a bath and go swimming. Yeah. We never make hot water. We always yeah. And he's working in a terra patch, you know. He was We had a lot of good time. Tasaka, I'm a Japanese girl. Before we had plantation, sugar plantation. That's where my father used to work. They had their own powerhouse, lighthouse, and he used to run all the generation or the kind of in there. Our young days was very, very good to go down to the sugar mill and the brown sugar we used to scoop and we used to bring home and eat the sugar. Yeah, it was good. Good old days. My mom and my dad, they have their own home up there, but they both died. So my sister is still living at the house. That's my grandchildren all over there, that picture there. No, they hardly come because they're so far away. I don't want to travel. I'm scared because my feet, yeah. I'm scared if I fall down. That's the main problem. Once you fall down, then that's it. My mother was like that. My mother was strong until she fell down. Then proud. Because she was 100 and something when she died. My mom. My dad died young. He was only about 80 something. He did not suffer when he died. He was lying down on there. He said, "Ma, I'm not feeling good. Mo better take me to the hospital." When I took him there, he died the same day. That's one of those things. So I'm happy, but he's in peace. But I miss him so much. Yeah.
My name is Sui Kawashima. I was born in Waipi'o Valley, and I was born May 13, 1928. I'm 95. To know about Waipi'o, well, the story is long because we don't talk too much about the Taro land in Waipi'o. Yeah, well, I used to raise Taro, but used to be the Bishop Estate land, so I get the lease from Bishop. That's how I can raise Taro. I came back from the army, from the service, 19 years old, I think. I started to go Waipi'o. Yeah, I used to live down there. I used to plant api, lehua, and uaua. Yeah. Well, my favorite is api, because that is you can cook and just boil it and then slice them up and eat. When I was young, everybody used to come together, whatever they get together. That's how we meet before everybody get together. Then we decide what we're gonna do. You love it and cross the valley from the mountain, come down the water. You go work, you go down the beach, throw net, whatever, see what you can catch. To come home, bring it home, then can cook them and fry it or something, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, sometimes, sometimes we talk to the Taro. They're like a damn fool. We'd be talking, but that's how it goes.
Maka, kumaka kaigena aohi lave, kubapalo himai au maukele. Kumaka kaigena aohi lave, kubapalo himai au maukele. Pakele, pakele maya I kanui manu, awala aune puni Waipi'o. Ole, Aole. Aole no wao e loa mai. Ai ui vai au no ke kuaimi. E hiva hiva o e nā kamakua. Ahi le ia i nā ke kupuna. E hiva hiva o e nā kamakua. Ahi le ia i nā ke kupuna. Nopuna. Nopuna ke alahi halai a mai. No i ka wai lele o hilare. Haina i a mai ana ka puana. Kumaka ka ike nai o hilare. Haina paloa. Haina i a mai ana ka puana. Kupaka ka ike nai o hilare. O hilare. O hilare. Oh, he
Somehow they listen to you, you know.
Love your uncle.
Love you too.